On today, guys. Hey, I got a list of information that I have on CDs that I would like to give a little more explanation to. So maybe if you have any issues and you need any of this information, I have it available on CD for single CDs or a package deal. So here we go. So the 445A form we used for child support one time, and it's a little known backdoor type document that the system can put in without your permission or knowledge and get money out of your estate to pay whatever debt it is, and child support was a big one. We used it on child support. It paid $50,000 in rearages, just one piece of paper. Okay, that's one thing I have to offer. I have awesome documents, and those awesome documents are so for example, the habeas corpus. If someone gets in a really bad position and you go to prison, you can put that in, and if they don't answer everything, then you get released. You have to take the template and make it your own, and it actually gets filed in the county that you're in prison in, not your county where you're sentenced from. The next one is debt validation. You have documents that are templates, and you mail those in, and you customize them, and you do your research, of course. This is everything across the board. These are things that are basically showstoppers that will make a dent in your case or your situation. It'll be very difficult for them to deny or to place some crap on you, which they do all the time. I have the DOT information where you can get the DOT number from the U.S. Department of Transportation. You can fill out this application, and it's on the CD, as well as two other gentlemen that actually did the application, and they're traveling with that number on a tag that they had printed down at the local printers. And it's all, you're authorized to do that, and it's not required to have a license, insurance, or registration. And you can ask the DOT this, and they'll tell you you don't have to have that. It's a brilliant thing. And then I have the CD that I designed. It's basically holding court using registered mail. I call it refusal for cause. And when you send a document back, it basically cancels it. It accuses them of fraud in a very nice way. We've used it over 1,050 some times with great success. Very rare do we ever lose. And that was because the person I was assisting wouldn't listen. I have negative averment. Now, most people have never heard of negative averment. Negative averment is a list of questions that if the other party doesn't answer, then they admit that they lost. Why is the sky blue? They don't answer it, they lost. I mean, it's no joke. Presentments. Now, in presentments, I explain what happens when you get a presentment. Now, you get a presentment with your bills, your tickets, your court cases, whatever it is, they're going to give you a document, and that's a presentment. And there's ways to handle those presentments. Most people throw it on the table and let it go by, and they get your agreement, for example. This explains to you, send it back. You might use refusal for cause. The next thing is status correction. There's all kinds of documents in this process on this CD that you fill out these documents because they're templates, and you put your name and everything in it. You submit this, or you record this at the recorder's office to let the county know who you are and what status you're under, so they don't really play games. They're probably going to play games anyway, but at least you'll have knowledge of what you're doing and what they're doing to you. There's a subrogation course, which is step-by-step, a bunch of videos, the actual process, the book, the documents, everything. commercial lien document and process. And it explains to you in order how to do it to the dirty bastards and the process to use to get them into default. Okay? And then I have over 20 ways to win your court case and different documents and processes. This is on a single CD. And things that you look into and research to see if that's applicable for your court case. Now, you don't just take these instruments and file them into the court case one right after another. That's just wrong. You know, you have to understand, think about what you're doing, and don't overdo it. Most of the time when I was in on cases, we would solve a case with 2 documents, maybe even 1 document. So, you know, think about that. Form 56s. Now, you may need a Form 56 to appoint yourself, or so they can't appoint you an attorney, or you can do Form 56 and appoint the court to be a fiduciary. It depends on your situation. You have to understand what's going on, and you can change the dynamics of your court case if you use the proper Form 56. If you know how to handle the case, then appoint yourself. If you want them to handle the case and settle the matter, they have to put you before their own personal duties to the court. They have to put you first if you appoint them fiduciary. You have to do the research. You have to understand what you're doing. This is not legal advice in any way. I'm just saying, do not just throw a whole bunch of documents in there to see what sticks. That's not the proper thing. So I offer that Form 56 is on CD. Now, I have a Becoming Alive course that took me 26 years to put together with research and application. You know, it has, you notify the IRS that you're not dead, you do an affidavit of life, you do a cease and desist, and you send it to the appropriate agencies. Basically, it gets you a do not detain. That comes with, you know, audios that explain everything and the documents and exactly everything. It's a course I created. Then I have my former videos that used to be on YouTube, 173 videos on CD. That's a 3D set, 3 CD set by itself. Then I have 62 ways to win your court case, or 62 questions that will cause the court and the judge a major problem that it will be difficult for them to proceed. That's on CD. I have an affidavit questionnaire for the police or the prosecutor or the judge or the clerk, whoever you wish to apply this to. Now, like I said, this requires great thought and energy if you're going to do these things, but it's on a CD. Allocution for sentencing. If you're towards the end of your case and you know you didn't do it, but you're getting manipulated by the lawyer or the liar, and you know it's coming down to where they're going to make you go to court, okay, you're going to go to a sentencing eventually, and you can't stop that. Okay, and they're going to suck the money out of you however they got to do it, and it's going to come to sentencing, and they're going to ask you what you have to say. Well, you can clear yourself. Every case is a winner and every case is a loser depending on the education that you have. So I've included the allocution CD because that's what it's called when they say, what do you have to say before I sentence you? I have all that information on a CD called allocution. And expatriate, I have documents you can expatriate from the country. The FARA registration document that you submit to them to get their FARA information because they're foreign registered agents. That's on a CD. I have an international remedy where you can do an administrative process. All the document templates are there. I have resign as agent. You know, you can resign as agent at the Secretary of State's office because you were appointed agent when you were born. And you can charge them so much money per month, every month you've been alive. And it has step-by-step documents, what to give them in court. And when they do a Rule 12b-6 saying that relief can't be granted like they always do, there's another notice or motion that you put in that squashes that and you win the case. All of it's on the CD. I have a private person CD that explains how to be a private natural man or woman. Very valuable information, serious audios. I have the refusal for cause that I've developed over the years that have canceled over 150 situations doing things through the mail. It's all on the CD step by step. I have the SPC process that has the $100 million bond. It has the Form 56s where you appoint the treasurers. It has, your W8BN, your collateral, your UCC1 stuff, all very professionally done, step by step. If you read this and go through the documents and understand the process, and you change these documents, these templates, and you print these out, and you read the instructions first and read them last, and you put this together, you can get your SPC done very inexpensively. Okay, just so you know. Now, all of these CDs, approximately 25 CDs, I can, you can do a donation for these. You can get one at a time, you can get 10 at a time, you can get 20 at a time, you can get the whole 25. Just understand what it is that you're needing, what you think is interesting. If you want to donate for that, please give me a call. And please, call me after 11 a.m. in the morning, before 11 a.m. at night. We'll talk to you soon. I hope you enjoyed the video and you gained a little bit of knowledge. We'll talk to you soon.